Hey, what's up, guys? It's Coleman Jr. 88, your source for wrestling, NASCAR, and music news. And I'm coming to you with the video that I promised, TNA No Surrender 2011, which happened this past Sunday, September 11th, which was also the anniversary of the terrorist attacks in New York City. And I was remembering where I was and paying my respects at the cemetery and planting American flags at our servicemen's gravestones. So that's why you didn't see any video from me right away. So here we go. The full match card, all 9 matches, with an extra bonus match that wasn't advertised or promoted. Thank you to surprisingly Eric Bischoff for doing this. So here we go. The first match we saw was the #1 contenders match for the X Division Championship. It was Kid Cash versus Jesse Sorensen. Jesse Sorensen won by pinfall over Kid Cash. So yeah. Match number 2 was the Bound for Glory Series match #1. Bully Ray versus James Storm. Bully Ray won by disqualification after spitting the beer in the referee's face to get James Storm DQ'd. So he won. He was put on top of the Bound for Glory Series standings after that match. Number 3 was the Knockouts Championship match. Winter versus Mickie James. Mickie James was defending her title against Winter, and Winter won due to pinfall. So yeah. Match number 4. I messed up on match number 4 because I thought it was another match over another match. So it was a tag team title match. Devon and Pulp versus Mexican America. Mexican America won that match, so they retained their tag team titles. So yeah. So match number 5 was Samoa Joe versus the Blueprint Matt Morgan. This one I was waiting patiently to see myself. This is why I watched the pay-per-view. And the Blueprint beat Samoa Joe to put him in his place, in my opinion. So yeah, thank God for that. Samoa Joe needed his jets cooled, and thank God that Blueprint cooled his jets. Match number 6 was Bound for Glory Series match number 2. Let's see. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to read my writing. Gunner versus Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode won the match. He was trying to tie Bully Ray in the Bound for Glory standings, and the only way he could tie Bully Ray was by a submission victory, and he won by the crossface. So it was tied at 52 points each between Bully Ray and Bobby Roode. The match number 7 was the X Division title match. Brian Kendrick versus Austin Aries. Austin Aries finally won his first title in TNA. He's the new X Division champion. So Austin Aries is an arrogant asshole, but that's the way he is. He's an also, for those of you who don't know, was also in ROH, which is completely internet based. But now he's a new X Division championship. He's a new X Division championship holder after entering the TNA company. Match number 8 was the bonus match. Thanks to Eric Bischoff, he wanted to see a winner between Bully Ray and Bobby Roode. So he made an extra match. Bully Ray versus Bobby Roode. Winner was Bobby Roode. So Bobby Roode was the number 1 contender for the title at Bound for Glory, which is the next pay-per-view. And then the final match was the triple threat match between Sting, Mr. Anderson, and Angle. Angle retained the championship by the nefarious means, using the chair get on Sting, I believe. Angle retained, so it'll be Angle versus Bobby Roode at Bound for Glory for the title match. So yeah, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, all 9 matches for the championship, for the No Surrender 2011 TNA pay-per-view for September 11th, 2011. I also want to take the time and thank any and everybody who gave. I want to take. Start that again. I want to take the time and give my thoughts and prayers out to the families who lost somebody on 9/11. I know some family friends of ours lost a son due to the second tower being hit on 9/11. So it was a very, very emotional day, and me personally, I was out of school. I was sick. I had the stomach flu that day, and we were in Florida visiting my mother's family. I was visiting my cousins that year, and I was home. We lived in an apartment that was unfortunately filled with mold, so we couldn't have any electronics. So all we had was the radio that day. So we listened to the the description of the attacks over the radio, and that was very, very surreal. I have a cousin. His name is Mark. In the military, he was stationed at the time at Fort Irwin, California, in Barstow, an hour or so away from Barstow, California. I don't know where he's stationed at this time, but he was stationed at that time in Barstow, in Fort Irwin, California. So we called him, and we checked on the family in California. I called a couple of my friends here in California. Turns out 6 months later I was back home. So we stayed for an extended period of time at my cousin's place, at my mom's family's place, for about 6 months, and then we had to go back because of the mold issues. We had nowhere to go, so we had to come home back to California. But I vividly remember that day, and I was very, very upset and very, very sad for our extended family members who were in New York City. and lost their lives due to some cowardly attacks. So yesterday, on anniversary, 10th year anniversary, I was paying my respects. So I would just want to send my prayers out to all the families and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Coleman Jr. 88, your source for wrestling, NASCAR, and music news. Peace out.